30 hertz straight up.
Hello, we are live every Wednesday at 6:30 on all platforms. Lupus Has No Face podcast. How have you guys been in this new year? We are finally back. This is our first Wednesday back in the new year. We are starting off strong with this amazing warrior. She is here living in her purpose, and she would love to tell her story to inspire other people. So, what better way to start off with that, right? So, without further ado, we got Miss Anita in the building. How you doing, gorgeous?
Hello, everyone. I'm okay. I'm fine. A little nervous.
What you nervous about?
I just got the butterflies. They in the belly.
They in the belly?
Yeah, they in
This
there.
you are home, baby. You are home. You are home. You are home. So, before we dive right in, how has the new year been treating you?
It's been great so far.
It's been
It
great.
started off good. It's been great so far.
You want to share what made it good?
Got a special someone in my life. Got
Ooh.
a clear mindset of what I want to do this year and what I need to accomplish.
Love in the air, huh?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I miss those days when you still blushing when you got that like,
Yeah.
babe over there, babe over there.
Hey, honey.
Okay, so what inspired you to get on a platform like mine to share your story?
Well, I always wanted to tell my story ever
Mhm.
since I had lost my memory. And I found out about this particular podcast through a great friend of mine. She's also my Lupus sister. Her name is La Helen.
Shout out to La Helen. How you doing out there?
She tagged me in a post one year for your podcast, and I watched it, and it was pretty dope. And I always
Thank
said I
you.
wanted to, if I could get a chance, I would do that. Yeah. So she tagged me in that actually the day before yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yes, she did.
Dang, timing is everything,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Timing is everything. Well, we are giving you the platform to tell your story because people need to be inspired. They need to know, They need
Yes.
to understand, they need to know it's hope and it's faith and it is a way that you can live well with lupus.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So, can you share your journey of being diagnosed with lupus and how it has impacted your life?
Okay, so I was diagnosed with lupus at the age of 15. Uh, my mom found out when I was in high school. She told me I had a performance, and after the performance I had passed out and had a seizure, and that's when took me to the doctor and found out that I had lupus. I have lupus SLE, that's systematic lupus. It affects your organs, your immune system, your blood, everything like that. So that's when I found out I was diagnosed with it when I was 15.
How did you feel at that moment?
Well, my past life, a lot of my things when I was younger, I can't remember everything because I had a stroke in 2013, 2014. So a lot of stories that I got them from my mom. Shout outs to my mom. She got me all the way together too.
Shout out, mom.
Yeah.
Support system is everything, isn't it?
Yeah, she let me know. She didn't sugarcoat nothing. She let me know what I needed to know. She got me together. She nursed me to who I am today.
That's wonderful. That is
And my
so dope.
father also, my dad too. He was there to step it away.
That is dope. Having that support system is everything. It
Hmm.
makes a lot of things just that much easier to deal with,
Hmm.
especially at a young age.
Yeah. So a lot of the stuff, I don't remember. So it's like I had to start my whole life over again. I had a lot of support. I had a lot of friends from high school come. They didn't give up on me. They stood by my side. They shared memories. They brought pictures up to the hospital and everything.
Did the pictures jog your memory?
No, it's still things when they show me pictures, I still be amazed sometimes, you know. And I didn't even know that I had a stroke, anyways, because I was with one of my cousins, and she was in the hospital with me. She said I was already in there for something, and she came to visit me, and she said she was talking to me, and she was telling the nurses that something was wrong, and she said I ended up having a seizure, and she said the doctors came in and everything. But when I came to, I she was talking to me, but I did not know who she was.
Wow. How long did that last?
I'm still going through that.
Still going through it.
Hmm.
So, do you have short term memory loss or long term memory loss?
Short term, because some things do like click in. Like I see something, and I'll be like, or I see somebody, and I'll be like, I know you from somewhere, and then they're like, I know what happened, I know, but it's good that you know my face type stuff, you know.
Hmm.
So that was really really hard because I didn't know who my mother was, my siblings. I didn't know who no one was, but this one particular cousin. Her name was Michelle, and I didn't remember her of how her presence was in my face.
Hmm.
I remembered her from a from far back. She looked totally different from what she did, how she was in my face.
So, like a silhouette or like from a younger stage in life?
That I can't even tell you. I don't know. It's just because how she looked is not how I
Envisioned her.
envisioned her. Her hair, everything was just different, but her face was there, and I remembered her tattoos. I don't know how, but she was one family member that I didn't forget.
So, because you lost your short term memory, correct?
Hmm.
Do your other senses kick in stronger? Are they stronger? Like, do
Um,
you get a like? If you don't remember a face, do you get a feeling like I know this person? Like, you
yep.
does that kick in?
Hmm. And if I can't remember, I just don't say nothing because I get really emotional if I walk up to you and try to be like, "Oh, is your name Woo Woo?" And you be like, and they be like, "No, no." I'm like, "You sure?" They be like, "No, that's not. I don't know who you talking about." Then I'm like, "Okay," and then I'll go about my day. But I ain't did that in a long time. If it don't click in, I just won't say nothing.
You won't say nothing, but is the
No.
feeling still there? Wondering if that is that person, or you just leave it alone? Like, you
It'll
know.
still say that like, "Ooh, I wish like I tell my boyfriend like I knew her from somewhere." Yeah, like he'd be like, "Where you know from?" I say, I don't know, but it's I just I know her from somewhere, and it'll probably kick in a couple of days from that day, and then I probably won't see that person no more.
How do you feel when that happened?
It's hurt because I be feeling like I let them down. I let them down by
Hmm.
because the when I did lose my memory and I had people come to me, I felt like I hurt them because they put so much into a friendship. I have two best friends by the name of Randy and Portia and
Okay.
Precious. And when they found out I was hurt, they came to see me. I was very terrified because I didn't know who they were. And all these memories that they were telling me, it just was not kicking in. And it was very hurtful because they were crying and it felt like I hurt them. And as much as they kept telling me, "You didn't hurt me, it's okay." But I always, to this day, would like to know what those memories that we had together instead of these new ones.
Is it fair to say that they're crying because it's like, oh my God, you really lost the memory. Not that you hurt me, but it's like, oh my God, I need to be there more. We need to create more memories. Like, not so much that you hurt them, but more so that they are sympathizing with you.
As time went on, yeah, I
Yeah.
started feeling like as the much support that they gave me and they still do,
Hmm.
I look at it as that they don't fault me for that because they knew it wasn't something that I caused.
Absolutely.
Having a stroke and losing your memory and having people coach you into who you are, that's something different because you don't know who to believe and what to believe. And when I took that in, I didn't want to let any of them down. It was it was thousands. It was a lot of people that was reaching out to me and sending me pictures and everything like that. I had an old friend. She came up there. She had a camera. Her name was Anita. She had a camera, and she showed me everything. She like, this is what we did. We've been friends from this, and it just couldn't kick in.
And you shouldn't feel bad for that. You want to know why you shouldn't feel bad for that? Because they understand to a degree. And as well as you're hurt, that you think that you are hurting them, which you are not, they're hurting because they're like, man, what could I do to make her remember? Not that you're hurting them, but it's, you know how lucky you are to like have all that support. A lot of people like us don't get that support. They get to go through it silently, and they never get to feel that love or get to the next stage because they don't accept it or they don't have that support to move them along. And here you are, you looking so beautiful, and you are here to tell what it is like and how you feel. But it's like, if you really look at it from a different lens, it's like, are you really hurting them?
Yes, again, like so, I still feel like that, sometimes. But the person I am today, still doing, therapy and everything like that. I'm happy of how my life turned out. I had another chance to go back to Empire Beauty School, and
Hello, give me
they
high five.
they
Okay.
they let me sit in class and take classes and stuff like that.
So, what did you go to Empire Beauty School for?
Barber and cosmetologist.
Is
Yeah,
that why you looking so
yeah, yeah.
snatched?
No, no, yeah,
Makeup
yeah.
on point,
Yes,
hair on
ma'am.
point.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
inspired you to go to beauty school?
Well, my oldest sister, fucking, she used to do our hair in high school and everything like that. So I think I got the hair doing trait from my oldest sister. Shout out to my sister.
Shout out, sister.
Yeah, she. I think that's where I got the passion from. And then just growing up, when you down and you go through a lot of stuff like what I go through, you can't always look like what you feel.
And you definitely don't look like what you've been through,
Yeah.
baby.
Thank you.
You definitely don't.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What were some of the initial challenges you faced after your diagnosis? I know you touched on stroke. Is there anything else that was very challenging for you?
Like them seizures, like having seizures, that's like it's it's real unpredictable. Like it really drains you. Like I don't be remembering that I even have them. I just know I be feeling like I just woke up out of a nap and I just be real tired. And that's when they had to tell me, oh well, you had a seizure, and that's why you feeling like that. And I'll be real like drowsy and out of it.
Is your seizures mild or are they like really active?
They're mild.
So
They're
you
mild.
don't even know when you have them.
Um,
Is that correct to say?
Sometimes it's like a feeling like sometimes I have like a real like pain causes it, pain, stress,
Mm-hmm.
like something that's real unbearable. Like, it's not even, it's like, even like when I have an asthma attack, that can, that triggers it also. It's like, it's a pain that you really can't describe, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's like a hit and miss. So it's like, you got to be careful. That's another reason why I don't drive. Like, I know how to drive. Like, my best friends and them, they taught me how to drive. I just feel like if I know I have this type of condition, that's not safe for me to be on the road and putting other people's lives in danger. You know what I'm saying? So,
And that's smart.
yeah.
That's smart. So that's you living within your norm.
Hmm.
And you okay with that?
Yeah.
It seems like you accept that.
Yeah.
That's dope. A lot of people don't accept. the trials and tribulations that they go through. So it's really hard for them to like live properly because if you don't accept what you're going through, you can't get better.
Yep, that's most definitely true. If you can't accept it, you're gonna live in that life, or therefore you scared to do everything.
Be stuck.
Yeah, and I ain't scared to do nothing.
It seemed like it.
I'm not. I be
It's like
down.
you living.
Yeah, I be down, but you be down a couple of days, and you until you get your strength back. But when you get that strength back, you get home and you feel good that you at home. You know what I'm saying? You get yourself together, and I do that all the time. When I get untied, my mom be like, "Anita, go ahead, get up, do something to yourself. Make yourself do your hair, put a wig on," and I do just that. And when I do that, all that pain and
Feel
all
good.
that what ifs, or maybe I should, it be gone out the window.
That is amazing. People do not understand when you are getting in a nice shower, you are putting on some clothes, when you getting yourself together, it tricks your mind.
Yes, it does.
So if you look good, you feeling
Feel
good,
good.
even though that they say it comes from within. Yeah, we would all like to think that, but sometimes
Yes,
if
because
you
then you put on a face where you have people saying, "Well, you don't look like you just got out the hospital. I don't supposed to." That's
man, there
not
you
for me
go.
to walk around here looking like I had a tube up my nose. That's not what I want you to picture me as. I want you to be like, "Oh well, Anita, as soon as she got out the hospital, she was fine. She
That's
didn't
what I.
she didn't play no games." I want to be that person. I can't.
You are that person.
I didn't did that a lot. That's real depressing.
That is people do not understand. People think because you're sick or you just went through what you're supposed to look like them so they can sympathize with you better. People mindsets does not resonate with how we are and how we need to operate in order to even be better mentally for real, right?
Hmm.
They don't. Have you ever went through the lying aspect of it, like they thought you were lying or
Yes, especially when I had my stroke. Especially yes. Oh, is she
tell me about
faking?
that?
That was real hurtful because if you sitting there in the hospital bed and you got these doctors working on you and things like that, and you get home and everybody think that you good, like everybody think that everything all right with me now, and I still have hard times remembering things. You know what I'm saying? It's being told that you're faking about something that's
Mm.
there in your face is very hurtful. I can't see myself telling another person something that'll make them feel like they, oh girl, you faking. You doing that for attention. Who am I to tell you that? That's something very painful to tell a person when you see that that person is hurting. That's why I stopped doing a lot of sharing my lupus journey on Facebook, because that'll bring you down. That'll make you feel like people are tired of hearing you going through this because they think it's always the same. It's not the same at all. Every situation is different. Every pain is different. You don't go through the same thing over and over again. Your body changes with everything you go through. And that can be even with people that don't have any conditions. Can nobody tell you how you feel and how your body is reacting to what you're dealing with?
Absolutely. And that's why it's important to continue to do that and continue your journey. And you should not stop. Find a way to, or in order to deal with it. You understand what I'm saying? Because people gonna always talk about something. They're gonna always say something.
Yep.
People are cruel. But I guarantee you, while you were doing your story, your journaling on Facebook, you were reaching people. Never mind what they say, because if they can't walk in your shoes, they never walked in your shoes a day in their life. How can they tell you how to feel, how you are, if they haven't studied it, educated themselves, been around people? You can't let that bother you. You got to be
Right.
like, continue to do it, because I guarantee you, you were helping. Somebody was tuning in. Somebody was listening. You was helping somebody. So
Right.
I challenge you to continue to start that back up, because people gonna talk regardless. You don't have to look like what you've been through. Let God deal with them. Um, how has your understanding of lupus evolved since your diagnosis?
To me, don't speak for everybody else that's dealing with lupus. To me, that means like evolving into like learning that this is what you have. It's nothing you can change.
That's right.
If God see fit that you wake up one morning and you just this healthiest person, then that's up to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You take care of yourself and you strive to make sure you get better and don't let this illness win, you'll go far.
Do
It
you?
took me a long time to get that in my head, to understand how my life would be while dealing with this. I like to try new things and everything. So I wouldn't I wouldn't continue my life as worrying about how I'm gonna do this. Why is this stopping me? I do have my moments, but it don't be moments where it's gonna last months and months and months. It's gonna get in and click into my head like, Anita, don't do that. You got this. My boyfriend always tell me, write. When you write down what you feeling and then you go over and you read it, you feel real good about how you solve that solution.
I
So
would
my aspect
agree.
of having it is just, it's something that it can't change. You just have to try different ways of how to bear with it.
And the fact that you said you are happy earlier, you know how
Hmm.
many healthy people can I say that they are happy, and you have an invisible illness and you said you happy?
Yes,
You know what that means?
I'm very happy. To be honest, I got 100% happy when
100, not 100%.
yes,
Not 100%.
100% because when I started my healthy journey with my body and everything, that was about 2 years ago. I used to be 298. I'm 198.
What?
So when I
You
changed,
better, you better say it. You better say it.
yes, I had two
You look
friends. Yes,
good.
I had two friends, Charmaine and Tierra. They helped me. They taught me what to put in my body, what not to intake, bad foods and things like that. So when I started getting healthy and I started seeing weight drop and I started fitting into other clothes that I liked to wear and not get tired when walking up the stairs, when I started losing all that weight and I seen it, not just people telling me, but I seen it and looking back at my pictures, I'm happy. It ain't can nobody tell me nothing. I'm happy with
Period.
being in my situation, meaning me having lupus. I'm happy with it because you know I beat it once. I was in remission once, and I know I can do it again.
That's right.
So
That's right.
that's what I mean by I'm happy with it. Yeah, I have my days, but I know for sure I'm happy with it. It's nothing I can do but continue to live.
I love it. You speak so strong. I love it. I love it. So are you in remission right now?
No, I found out I wasn't in remission in August.
That's okay.
Yes, I was 6 months in remission, and then I got sick back in August. But I'm okay with that because I know it can happen again. It's a lot of things that was told to me that couldn't happen, and I did it once, and I can do it again. I
You
know I
definitely
can.
will. And I can't wait till you get in remission. I can't wait. I can't wait. What coping mechanism or support system have you found most helpful in managing your condition?
Working out.
Now, let's touch a little bit on that because people don't understand. Even though we be in pain, working out helps.
It really do.
So, elaborate.
So I go to the gym sometimes, but mainly I'll be at home. I put on my YouTube, put in twerk workout
Twerk
videos.
work.
Yes, ma'am.
You have fun with the
Yes, I
workout.
do. Yes, I do. I put twerk workout videos on there, and they have equipment. I bought me a at home gym from Amazon, and I'll be in the house doing my thing. And I eat right. I don't eat no pork, red meat. It's been 2 years, and they feel good too. I don't get tired of walking up like one flight of stairs.
So, what's your palate like?
What you mean?
Like, as far as the stuff that you eat?
Oh, I eat. I eat a lot of turkey. I eat a lot of chicken. Sometimes I make up stuff. I eat a lot of keto meals. Like if I eat bread, it'll be keto bread. My boyfriend hate keto bread.
Keto bread is good.
I be
It's a different
telling
type
them
of
it's so
texture,
good.
but
Yes, it is. And then they got different kinds too. Ain't no sugar in my house. People come over. Why you ain't got no snacks? I can't eat snacks. I'm not gonna cheat on my diet for you. I'm not gonna do that.
I
I
love
don't
how
got no
strong your mind
snacks.
is.
My boyfriend, he got his own little snacks, but I don't got sugar. Don't think you just get some Kool-Aid. You not just get none of that. Got some nice water, some sugar-free Crystal Light for you.
Do you get bored? Like not bored. Do it get bored? So do like you step outside the box, or you really like
Yeah,
straight for?
I had some cheat days. Yeah, I had some Oreos today. I ain't gonna. Sorry, Charmaine. I had some Oreos. I had some Oreos today.
And that keep you balanced.
Yeah, cause I don't go. I know how to control it.
That's right.
I couldn't at first. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big midnight eater. I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. If I feel my stomach growling, I'm gonna make a bowl of cereal. But it's not like that no more. So it's controllable. I know when I can't indulge and eat so much sweets and stuff like that, cause I start feeling bad.
Mm-hmm.
If I
You gotta know
eat
your
something,
body.
yeah, if I eat something that I ain't had, then I get sick from it. Like I was real close to drinking some real milk, but I'm like, that's gonna really mess my stomach up. So I didn't do it. It's a lot. It takes a lot of dedication because I know my trainer and stuff. She was pretty irritated with, but
It's all love.
hmm
It's all love. How has being a lupus warrior shaped your perspective on health and resilience?
if you don't take care of your body, you won't live a long life.
Say that again.
If you do not take care of your body, you will not live a long life. That goes for anything, even if you don't have no diseases, living with a life illness. Take care of yourself because if you get older, it's gonna catch up to you.
So, what does taking care of yourself look like for you?
Eating right, being active,
What you mean by being active? So, for
keep it
those,
moving. Get up, take a walk to the store, go to a grocery store, walk around, window shop. Um, like like I don't have any children. I got a lot of neighborhood kids that they call me TT Netta. So I go out there and I play with my friends' kids. We have snowball fights. I chase them around. I do things to keep me active. I do as much hair as I could. That's what I mean. You gotta if you sit down and that's when you feel down most of the time. You get sick, you start feeling sad and sorry. My mama tell me that to this day. Yeah, it's just gonna be like this for a little while, Anita. It's gonna get together. Just take your time. Don't stress out. My mom and my dad stress that to me every time.
and it's the truth.
It really is.
It's the truth. We can sit in it, but not too long.
Mhm.
Not too long, because what's that gonna do? We got people that love us.
Mhm.
We can't give up on us by being rebellious and hard headed. Because if we want to live on, we're gonna do what we gotta do, right? Because we do feel better once we're doing what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Like people don't understand, like your body really tells you. You gotta listen to your body, you feel it, it tells you.
Yep. Especially when like if I don't take a particular pill or I don't take my medicine, my body's gonna feel it.
Mm-hmm.
If I know that I go somewhere and I eat something and I know it got a lot of salt in it, I know I'm gonna be messed up. I mean, it's either gonna happen later on or it's gonna happen that morning.
Mm-hmm.
So
At the rest period.
if you want to live a long life, you got to treat your body like you want to live a long life. Because if I sit at home and eat cakes and stuff all day, I'll be on my 600-pound life.
Before we get into the next series of questions,
I
I'm a bad eater too. I be like them gummy worms you see
was
me
gonna
with.
ask you for something, but I
No,
had
you
to keep
got
it
some.
professional. I
Man,
didn't want to be chewing on the candy.
I be in the middle of the night. I don't know why. I just be want something sweet.
Yeah.
And
Don't let you
I
be
feel
watching TV.
oh man, you snacking throughout the whole
Man.
movie. You snacking throughout the whole movie. Before we get on the next set of questions, why don't you go ahead and read some of those, Tone?
Oh, my best friend's on here.
Hey, bestie.
Hi, best friend. Hey, Randy.
I love you.
That's my fave, Shonda.
Proud of you, ladies. Thank you so much for tuning in. Love
Hey,
you, bestie.
everybody.
Amen. Okay. I don't want to mess her name up. You
Where's
know how to
that?
say it? I don't know. It
Which
was
one? Which one?
T-A Taz. I'm gonna say Taz.
Where?
Tasha. That's
Yeah,
what you
that's
say?
Tasha. Yeah, that's Tasha.
Oh,
No,
Taza.
that's not. That's Tasia.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that's
god.
Tasia.
Hey.
That's my. She's a good. She's like a sister to me. She stays by my house. I'm the godmama of her daughter.
Okay. Hey Asia. Got
Hey, Asia girl.
got you go make me cry. Aw.
Y'all call Asia my love. Yeah. Hi everybody.
Your support system showed up strong. They showed up
You
strong.
better say your stuff, best friend. He said I'm your number one fan.
Period. I love it.
Yes, my best friend. He even though he go through whatever he goes through, he makes sure I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? I love my best friend.
Do y'all irritate each other?
Huh? Do we what?
Irritate each other.
Oh, I irritate him. I tell if I don't irritate you, I am not your friend. I
Period.
gotta irritate you because when I leave this earth, I want to leave my stamp. Oh, Anita was funny. Ooh, that girl could slay some hair. Ooh, she this and ooh, she that. I don't want to be labeled as nobody that's she had lupus and she just it took the best of it. No, ma'am. My
Period.
best friend tells me, him and Precious tells me all the time, you got it, best. Take your time. You gonna get through it. You gonna do this. I love both my best friends to death.
That is amazing. I love to hear that.
Yeah. Shout out to my fave too. That's my diary right there. Shonda, that's my diary for real. That's why she my fave. She there. She's a great person to talk to. Also,
That's good to have an outlet because a
yeah.
lot of people don't have an outlet.
Hmm.
And that's where they mental plays on them. Some people commit suicide because they
Yeah,
feel like, no one is there, no one believes them. They don't have an outlet. They don't know how to explain it because they don't understand it. And those are typically the ones that haven't accepted what they have.
yeah. That's where the you faking and you not. That's when that come in. That really drives people crazy. Like that really drives people
Hmm.
over the edge. Like I used to watch when I was learning about lupus after I got sick. I read a lot of stories about a lot of teenagers that that kills themselves from people not understanding how they feel
It's
and not
hard to
understanding
explain.
like they pain because sometimes it be pain you can't describe. So that's why I had to learn too. You can't talk about a person to hurt a person because when you talk about a person to hurt a person, when they go home, they got to deal with that, not you. You said it. You don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I had to learn that myself. And because me being sick, I wouldn't want nobody to say the things that like that to me.
That's good that you're practicing what you're preaching
Hmm.
for real, for real. What message do you hope tend to take away from this?
What you mean?
So, like you're sharing your story.
Well, I hope it gets to people so they can understand. Never give up. You'll have people, doctors, family members, friends. Everybody will be telling you that don't do this, don't do that. This is why you sick. They don't know that. You know that you're capable of doing anything you set your mind to. Don't never let nobody tell you you can't do this because you have an illness. That's for cancer, sickle cell, leukemia. Anybody that's out there that's dealing with something that makes you feel down, don't let nobody tell you you can't do nothing to make that better. Because if you do that, it's going to break you down and they're going to live their life. And here you are in your sorrow crying over something that you know that you can put your mind to. You can do it. So by me telling my story, I hope this reach out to young ladies, men, older women, older men. Don't let lupus or any illness tear you down. Get up and do something about your situation, meaning write, sing, listen to music, washing dishes, just dance, do something for yourself because can't nobody tell you to stop doing anything. If you listen to that person, you're going to stop and you're going to be the one that's looking like, why me? And it ain't no, why me? It's you because God knew you can go through that.
Mm.
If God didn't know you can go through it, He wouldn't have put you through it.
That's so funny that you say that because I used to be like, why? Now I'm like, why not me?
I used to be like that too. Sometimes I say why, but it don't be like why I got this. It'd be like, dang, why I'm sick again? I just got better. It'd be like that. But then again, it'd be like, I'll call my mom and she'd be like, Anita, it's gonna be okay. Just take it as like last time. There's something you can get through. You know, when I had that type of stuff in my ear from my mom, my boyfriend, my best friends, and people that I know that really genuinely care about me, I take that in heed and I get up. I get up and I do something about it. I don't just sit there. When my body let me, that's when I go. So as long as my body let me, I'm gonna keep going. Everybody, when you gonna stop dancing all in the club until my knees give out?
People don't understand. It feels good to be
It really do.
outside.
It
It
really
feels good
do.
to be out in the
Yes,
world.
it do. It feels good, especially when you're gonna get cute and you want to let everybody see how pretty you is. You was just in the hospital a week ago and you outside this week. That's what we do. That's because we're in the
Yes.
hospital for 2 weeks and we get out, we get back together about 3, 4 days. Let us be. That's our business.
Yes.
If our back gonna be hurt later on, oh well.
Living.
We gonna live. I'm gonna live my life. I don't care what nobody say. Wasn't you in the hospital? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm not no more.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. And I'm sure you know your limitations.
yes,
I'm
ma'am.
sure you know, like, oh, today, not the day. I'm just going to chill.
Yes,
And see,
ma'am.
that's what people don't understand. Sometimes people be overstepping their boundaries.
All the time. And that's one thing I could say I need to work on. Cause when somebody try to tell me something about what I go through, I get mad. I start getting angry, cussing, want to fight, all that. Because don't tell me what I should and shouldn't do. Cause I don't tell you what you shouldn't and should do, and you ain't sick. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Don't tell me what I should do. This is something that God say live your life to show people you can live your life.
I agree with you. And I just feel like maybe it's a different verbiage that they can say.
Hmm.
Some people come off wrong, their delivery is wrong, but they be meaning it well. And then sometimes, like, because you are living with it, I don't know if you take out the time to try to understand what they said and not react like, okay, they just care about me, but they tend to talk to people with illnesses like they're a little child, and it's like, I'm grown, thank you for caring, but you don't get a good response coming at me like you talking to me like a
Yeah,
child.
that's why I'm still learning. I can admit that I'm still learning.
The fact that you acknowledge that is a big step. So,
Yeah, I'm still learning.
but people just be caring, and sometimes people caring can be overbearing. Um, they care so much that they show that they care in an aggressive
Yes.
way, and that's not okay. But that's how they grew up to learn to love. Everybody grew up differently, so they love differently. And sometimes I just feel like you should receive it in a different way, only because they can never tell you about you because they can't walk in your shoes a day if you gave it to them. You
Nope.
understand what I'm saying? They couldn't understand. Even the ones that's probably around you probably still don't understand, but they're just there for support, because it's
Hmm.
hard to understand something that just you out tomorrow and today you sick.
Yep.
Like, how is that even possible?
And that's the question. That's the question a lot of people ask.
Yeah, but if you
I tell them that all the time.
read and educate yourself,
Yeah.
you will understand. But most people don't want to read. They want you to tell them, and they still don't understand.
Right.
And these doctors either, you know what I'm saying? Some people stop taking their medication because they feel like, they have no quality of life because they on all these medications.
And I used to do that. I did that before, and because me being young and taking all the medications, that's hurtful.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at it, that's real hurtful. But when I seen what it do when you stop taking it, if your body's immune to it and your body reject it, knowing that your body needs it, it can kill you.
Yeah, it can. And if you do what you are supposed to do, um, you can get off a lot of those
Yes,
medications.
ma'am.
You can get off a lot of those medications. Some people do holistic, and that works too. But like, you got to help the doctor because doctors only go off of a spectrum,
Yes,
your
ma'am.
height, your weight, and what you telling. But a real doctor, like a specialist that love what they do, they're going to help you get on the right type of medication. So I tell a lot of people like, you may feel groggy and all that, but you got to tell them. You got to tell them so they can play with the medication because that's what happens. They got to play with
Mm-hmm.
it in order to get you on the right spectrum.
Yep.
And sometimes people just be not accepting it, and then they end up in a worse space that they were before because they want to be rebellious because they don't want to take all this medication.
Yep. That was me once upon a time.
That was you.
Yeah, when I was in remission, when I was in remission, I took 5 pills. From me being 15, I'm 36 now. I take about 20 some pills, and I do that throughout the day.
Currently today.
Currently, yes. But when I was in remission, I had 5 pills I was taking,
Hmm.
and that was once a day. I was so happy. And when I got out of remission and got sick and had to take them, I cried. I cried. I cried. I cried for days. Cause just knowing that you 36 years old and you got to take 20 something pills 4 times a day. My mother don't even take that many. I know my grandmother don't even take that many. So for me to end up having to go from 5 pills for them 6 months, I was grateful. I was happy every morning to wake up and take those medicines. But to look at it now, I still look at it and it's hurtful. Still to this day that find out that I went from 5 back to 20.
You know, it's okay. He has a plan. Whatever that plan may be, sometimes we just do not understand it. Maybe this time that you get in remission, maybe you only have to take one pill. Or maybe you'll stay in remission. Or maybe he wants to sit you down and get your attention for something else. We don't know. But don't be hurtful because you still are alive. You still waking up every day. You can walk. You got your limbs. You can speak. You can see. You can communicate. And you're looking beautiful while doing it.
Thank you.
So don't look at it like that. Don't be hurtful. Don't be hurtful. Take that with pride. Hold your head up high and be like, I got this. Cause he don't make no mistakes, even though we don't understand it, and we do probably question it here and there. But he don't make no mistakes. And your support system sound amazing,
Yes, I love my support system.
and it's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. It's that's releasing. But don't be. You know how many people is not in your situation right now? They would love to take 26 pills to get their leg back, or their finger back, or their eye, or their
Yeah,
hearing back. You have all of that.
yeah. That's why I'm still grateful.
Yes.
I think if I didn't have my support system, because when you have lupus, that make you feel alone.
It do, even though, let's talk about that. It does make you feel alone, even if you do have a support system.
Yep.
Tell them why.
Because even though you have that support system, you still have in your mind and you still have in your presence that this is something you're dealing with. You can't really tell them what it is that's really frustrating you because altogether it's everything. Like when you feeling alone because they not feeling what you feeling. They really not understanding what you really is going through. They not going to understand that pain. They not going to understand how your body is functioning and why you feel that way. So if you ain't got nobody that really can relate to you and can give you some type of responses, I know how you feel. I took that medicine before. Oh, I had this stroke before. Oh, I know how I feel to have a lupus rash. That what makes us not feel alone because you can relate to it in some way, somehow. But if you talking to somebody that don't have no knowledge of it, they support you, but they still don't have that knowledge of it. You still feel alone because it's like you venting, but you vented to somebody who's not really understanding what you go through.
I understand that the only thing they can do is sympathize.
That's it. And sometimes, like me, I don't like sympathy because it sometimes it make me feel handicapped, and I don't like to feel like that. because I don't feel sorry for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody else to feel sorry. Be like, oh, I'm sorry this happened to you. I'm not, because look at me now.
Mm.
I didn't used to think like that. It took me a long time. Took my mind some training. It took me to get baptized, going to church. I had to change a lot of how I moved around in my life for me to understand that. So I had this friend. Her name was Diamond, and she passed away.
Rest in peace, Diamond.
And she understood what I went through. She felt what I felt. She described the pain that I went through. When she told me her story, like I felt what she was feeling. She was that one person that I didn't feel alone with when talking to them. And that's being honest. She was the person, if I say, ooh, my legs feel like they falling asleep. Ooh, I know how that feel. Do it feel like something under your skin? I'll be like, yeah. That person right there made me feel like I wasn't alone. When it comes to me dealing with my lupus, she really made me feel like that. Like I got other people that make me feel like I'm alone, but it's different.
Yeah, I totally understand what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying.
Mhm.
Like, some people talk to vent, but sometimes, like you said, is good to talk to someone that understand, so you can vent and be like, "Girl, I get it. Did you try this? Did you try this?" Because they
Mhm.
know, and then you snap back like, "I'm good now." Like, where we going? You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
I'm out the funk now. You done boost me up again. What we about to do? Give me about an hour or two of sleep. I'm back outside. So I totally understand what you're saying. But when you start feeling alone, like you say, you journal,
Mhm.
and reach out to your support, your lupus warriors. So when you feeling like that,
Mhm.
you made contact with me. Got the whole website. We
Yep.
got a whole support. We got a whole sisterhood. You
Yep.
know what I mean? Like, people call me all times of the night. I get crisis phone calls, going to the hospital, and I do it because I was once there at one point.
So how do you deal with that? How do you deal with like getting those crisis phone calls and things of that like that? Like how do that make you? Do that bring you down, or do it make you feel good that somebody coming to you, or what?
When I get them and they call me and tell me what it is and that they want me here, I get off the phone with them and I have my moment. I have my moment. Sometimes I cry, depending on what the situation they tell me, but I make sure I get myself together. And I also feel blessed at the same time because you coming to me, you know what I'm saying? And that just makes me feel, it makes me feel in a way I can't describe.
Mhm.
And that just makes me work more harder in what it is that I do with the nonprofit and the podcast, because they trusting me to call me, to come to the hospital, to speak life into. Sometimes I got a phone call when people is like, they on their deathbed and they want to see me. They want me to talk to them. It's sad, but it's like God put me in this position. I would have never thought I'd be doing this,
Right.
but it just give me that extra, like, I gotta do this. I gotta do this because people are watching. People is relating. People need me, and that's what makes me want to have my team so much stronger too, so I can continue to pour into those, because I have a support system that they pour into me, which allows me to pour into my warriors. And when I get those type of phone calls, people that have not accepted their illness,
Mhm.
I work so hard on them to accept it, because I know you can switch it around. And I know sometimes people are on their last leg because they wasn't taking their medication, or they was being rebellious and things of that nature, and their body just ate at itself.
Mhm.
And you could have prevented that
Right.
most times, right?
Right.
So I'm very grateful, but it does be a lot. But I'm built for this. I'm built
Okay.
for this. So I'm giving you the same. Reach out to me whenever you are having those moments.
Mhm.
Whatever it is that you need. If I can't right then, I definitely have somebody, a resource. Like, you
Thank
won't
you.
leave me. You won't leave contacting me without nothing.
Right.
I'm gonna make sure you are fed when we disconnect because that's I have to.
Okay.
I have to know it's okay. You know what I'm saying? I done got out of my bed at 3 o'clock in the morning. So we are here,
Okay.
utilize us, utilize me, utilize what we're doing because we out, we stay active, we're always doing something. You know what I mean? We're always growing. So yeah. I'm happy you asked me that, but I'm just like, oh, you really look at me. But yeah, it just makes me like that's where Lupus Has No Face was born. People be like, "Oh, you don't look like you have lupus." And every story I ever heard in my life today, still to this day, they died, they lost a limb, they can't see, they I always hear all of the worst of stories. And so that even gives me the drive to just be more healthier. Now don't get me wrong, sometimes I indulge, right? But like I said, I listen to my body. I know when I've done too much and I get
Right.
back on the spectrum. So I do teach living well with lupus and, accepting it. You got to accept it first. But um, that just makes me want to be all of the more better with health within myself. So I appreciate our society, our community, our nation that's even going through this because a lot of people have it
Right.
but they don't want to talk
Talk.
about it.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. They don't want to talk about it. They don't know where to begin to talk about it. They secretive about it. And it's like
It
you
be
gonna
it.
kill yourself if you don't get help.
Yeah. It's I used to be embarrassed about it because I wouldn't want nobody to be looking at me like, and that. Oh, don't do this. Ooh, don't do that. That's don't. That's it's hurtful. It used to be hurtful for me to be like, oh man, my bones and stuff hurt. I can't do this. I'm like, dang. They looking at me like, dang, she can't never do nothing. She always, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and I hate when a person say you don't look like you got lupus. How do you look? What do lupus look like? Like, what does it? What? How do it supposed to look?
I want to know somebody to answer that question. What do lupus is supposed to look
What?
like,
What?
you guys? Please tell us.
That's
I want them to respond. Like, what do it supposed to look like? That's right.
right.
That's
Yeah,
right.
there you go. So that's the main thing that we get asked. Oh, you don't look like you sick. What the what? How you tell somebody they don't look sick? You know,
Not knowing I done spent like 15 minutes trying to get out of bed and took a whole 20-minute hot shower to get my day started and
that
not knowing what was going on behind the scenes because it's not always irrelevant. I made it through the day.
right. I still hate that to this day. Oh, you don't look like you sick. I'm supposed to look like I'm going through stuff.
They
I,
want you to look like that so they can sympathize with
and
you.
now I don't want that.
That's right.
I can't do that. When I had COVID, the flu, and double pneumonia,
Oh,
and I was in the hospital. I told my mama and my daddy to bring my makeup bag
ah, give me
and
give
my
me high
hair
five.
stuff up to the hospital. They dropped it off. The nurse brought it upstairs, and I took my last ride going down there dealing with that COVID. I took that last road down there, and I had my face was done, wig was on, everything. Went home, had tissue in my nose right on after it. They
I
said you
love
get
it.
they said you get to do the COVID stroll of you beating COVID. I said, Mama, can you bring my makeup bag up here, my hair bag? I'll get to go home. I was looking terrible. That really did something to me. So I was like, I ain't going home like this. People probably gonna be outside. I ain't supposed to be going outside like that. Not about to do that. And I got myself. I left that hospital. I took pictures and everything and put it on Facebook. My best friend was like, "You ain't had no COVID, girl. They was tricking you. You know what? I'm just go. I can't deal with this. You didn't have no COVID. You look too good." I said, "Hey, I had something.
You had
I
something
just
else
wasn't
in
gonna
there.
come home looking like I had it." So yeah, I don't be understand that. Like that's just like me asking somebody with cancer, "Ooh, you don't look like you got cancer. You don't look like you sick." Because everybody that got cancer don't look the same.
They
Everybody that got
don't.
lupus don't look the same.
They don't. They
and it don't
don't.
affect everybody the same. It could be two people that got systematic lupus, and that one person look more, they lupus look more active than the other.
Hmm.
So it ain't no, oh, you can tell she's sick. Oh, you can't tell she's sick. She ain't sick. She was just in the club, and I was. It took
Oh
me a
my
long time. Yeah, it took
God.
me a long time to do that because I used to complain to my friends about that. I used to be like, I just got that girl. You know, if you feeling okay, you can do it. And I don't want nobody to be like, "What you just in the hospital and this, that, and the third." Now I don't care.
Yes, you gotta have. I don't give a
Yeah,
on
I
your.
don't. I don't.
You got to. You gotta live your life and be happy for who you are and whatever it is that they saying. They gotta roll off, baby, because you already dealing with something and you living well with lupus. You
Right.
look beautiful. You're a
Thank
beautiful
you.
warrior.
Thank you.
This your story is amazing, and is I knew it wasn't going to be enough time to talk about everything. So I'm definitely bringing you back for a part two. I'm definitely bringing you back for a part two. You and your significant other, because I want to know what it looked like for the support system, having a man and his perspective of supporting you, because a lot of people in relationships, they don't understand it. So we ain't gonna talk too much on that, but I'm definitely gonna bring you back for a part two. And I do want to
Part two, you
congratulate
guys.
you
Thank you.
on making. We was gonna do it on Saturday. We still are gonna do it on Saturday, but I want to congratulate you on making the cut for the photo shoot for the Galentine's, for
Hey.
bringing awareness for cancer and lupus. You guys, we are doing a photo shoot and we having a Galentine's that's bringing awareness for lupus and cancer. So please continue to inbox us. We looking for two more people. So the information is on Facebook, and contact us. So, with that being said, where can they find you at? What's your tags? You do hair, you do makeup. How can they find you? How can they get in
Okay.
touch with you?
So most people, y'all know me by Anita B. Y'all know, Facebook, Anita Denise. My Instagram is Nita B Styles. My Snapchat is NitaPoo25. Y'all can catch me on all those. If you ever want your hair done and your makeup done, hit my Instagram, hit my Facebook. If anybody out there that got any questions outside of this and just come across, you can always hit me in my inbox as well on all platforms.
Yes, and she is certified.
Yes, I
Oh,
do. Yes, I got those credentials.
she got those credentials. And one more thing, let's drop one more jewel. We didn't talk about it, but you do have your own conditioner.
Yes, 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 yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, the
I used,
exclusive.
yes, yeah, I'm working on my own conditioner. I used to use it a lot. I had stopped making it or whatever, but it's a go to. It helps people with alopecia, lupus, hair loss. If you have hair loss with cancer, it helps condition your scalp, and it has made a lot of people hair grow. I had one friend that I had, she has alopecia,
Mhm.
and she couldn't wear ponytails or anything like that because her hair was falling out from her alopecia. But I got her together.
So we will also like the exclusive when you get back that bottle going and whatever you need to come back here, show before and after pictures so we can get that to the world and help our warriors that's going through the same thing.
Yes,
So
Nita B Blessed Conditioner. That's what it's called. It's called Nita B's Blessed Hair Conditioner.
yes, yes, yes. So we are live every Wednesday at 6:30 on all platforms. We will be here next Wednesday at 6:30 on all platforms. Please share, subscribe, like, and comment.
Yes, please share, subscribe, like, and comment.
Until next time.
See y'all.